Welcome to GKey Solutions Private Limited.
SQL Server Database, Real-Time Interview Questions and Answers.
Question number 44. How to pivot and unpivot data in SQL Server Database. In this session, we are going to discuss about how to pivot and unpivot data in SQL Server Database. First of all, we'll see pivot in SQL Server. Pivoting means converting rows into columns. Coming to the scenario, if you want to see sales by region across years, instead of having years as rows, this would be the scenario that we'll see practically in SSMS with sample data. Let's see the query here. Pivot query is select a region 2022 as sales of 2022, 2023 as sales of 2023 from select a region year sales amount from sales as source. We are using pivot functionality here and sum of sales amount for year in 2022 and 2023 as pivot table. Use case is like converting time-based rows into columns for the reporting. And coming to the unpivot in SQL Server, unpivoting means converting columns into rows. Scenario is if you want to normalize data back into the row format for easier analysis, we have a query. Select a region year sales amount as previous table columns from sales pivot. We are using the unpivot functionality on sales amount for year in sales 2022, sales 2023 as unpivot table. Coming to the summary of pivot and unpivot, pivot converts rows into columns. It is useful for reports and crosstabs. And coming to the unpivot, it converts columns into rows. It is useful for normalization and ETL processes. Let's see these things practically in SSMS. We are in SSMS, that is called SQL Server Management Studio, and we are at demo at GKey database. First of all, we'll see about the pivot in SQL servers. Pivot means converting rows into columns. For that, we have a sample table and data here. Here, we are going to create a table with the region, year, and sales amount as columns, and this would be the data for that. Let's create the table. The table has been created and 6 rows have been inserted. Let's see. If you want to see the sales by region across years instead of having years as rows, this is a scenario that for that we are pivoting this data. Here we are selecting the region 2022 as sales of 2022, 2023 as sales of 2023 from select region year sales amount from sales table as source, and we are using a pivot functionality here on sum of sales amount for the years in 2022 and 2023 as pivot table. Let's execute this query and see the output compared to the base table. See, here we have converted a region and we have grouped the region here based on this data. There are duplicates in the regions. Here the region is grouped and we have converted this year into 2022 and 2023, and we have given the sum of sales for these years. This is how we have converted rows into columns. And coming to the unpivot functionality, unpivoting means converting columns into rows. Here we have a sample data and a table. Here the table name is called sales pivot with the columns region, sales of 2022, sales of 2023 as columns, and we are inserting these 3 records. Let's create the table and insert the data, and 3 rows got affected, that means 3 rows have been inserted. And let's see the unpivoted script here. Here we are selecting region, year and sales amount from sales pivot, unpivoting sales amount for the year in 2022, sales of 2023 as unpivot table. In this way, we are just converting back to the previous scenario. That means we are converting back into the row format for easier analysis. This kind of normalizing the data back into the row format. Let's execute this query and see the data here. See, here the previous data is like East and sales of 2022, sales of 2023, sales amount. Now it has been converted into region, year and sales amount. Here the years are get into year table and sales amount has been created with separate column as sales amount, and region has been come to the back stage, that is all the regions will be having in a region column. In this way, unpivot functionality is going to happen. Here we are converting the columns into rows. In this way, pivot and unpivot functionalities are defined in SQL Server database. Thank you.
Stay connected with GKey IT solutions on all your favorite platforms. Follow us on YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to stay updated with all our latest content. Join the GKey community and grow your IT career with us.